2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
10 at their own 28-yard line.
First carry now for Nick Chubb. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stopped the run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. Only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And now look at him go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He holds it in. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 7 yards.
The 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Detroit Lions, first down.
They'll run with Swift. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Oliver. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Chubb on the counter. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Open down the middle of the field, and he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick out there of 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run here with Swift. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
The tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
He's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
23 yards on the play.
Down, New Orleans.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A run for Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
Third and long for Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 yards.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 33-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
For 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 6. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Jerry Tillery coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Brings up 3rd.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. The whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Able to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
He'll take it at the 42. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of, that's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards.
And the Saints 1st down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
17. Lions 10. Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time to try. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
The 14-yard line.
They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking. So you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. That's caught by Warner, the tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of the face mask, I think. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Play action now. Prescott. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Saints 24, Lions 10.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on.
And for the third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up near the 34. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did, and batted it away.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
One of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Here's a throw-out line complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
New Orleans.
Prescott now from the 50. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. They'll try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now Chubb down to the 25. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And incomplete. He had no one to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. The football, it's loose. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure again, and down he goes again.
He's almost closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he hit it and dropped it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Prescott. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good.
And
that will extend their lead even further. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point, or in this case, a field goal.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Second and long. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Left side here, and it's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 46.
Intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Tonight's final score.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for New Orleans, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have it